22 has been somewhat of a lucky number for me in the organization because it was through 21 consecutive presentations, pitches, when I would meet with clients when I was trying to start Crisp before we could get our first client. I met with 21 different organizations and tried to sell them on the value of video at the time. And every single one of them told me no. And these weren't emails I fired off or texts or anything like that. These were full in-person presentations. I drove to their office, or we had like a full conference call, which then led to a meeting, which then led to a rejection. So 21 consecutive times. And then on the 22nd, that's where we landed our first client. So that's what the significance of the 22. Every single one helped. And now that I can really properly reflect at the time, because back then, fortunately, I was stubborn, right? So I was discouraged, but I wasn't discouraged enough to stop. So I just kept going. People are like, well, how long would you have kept going? And I'm like, well, as long as it took. So maybe it wouldn't have happened at 22, maybe it would have happened at 42. But every single one, now that I reflect on it in a very objective way, was an indicator to me saying, you are not ready, or you do not deserve this yet. You do not have these skills. You do not have the capabilities. You are not worthy. There's going to be people who take a lesson the wrong way. They don't actually gain the lesson from it. They start to blame external environments. They start to look at, well, this is not fair, or they basically victimize themselves as saying that this is unfortunate. This is sad reality for them. This is bad luck. They did not have the conditions they needed, whatever, right? Somebody else was luckier. Somebody else was dealt a better hand, whatever. But if you take the true lesson away from this, it is really that when you do not get what you want, you are not ready for it yet. Why is your business not $1 million business? Or let's say your goal is 5 million. Let's say your goal is 10 million. Let's say your goal is 20 million. Oh, why is it not that yet? Because you don't deserve it yet. You don't have the skills. You don't have the knowledge. You are not worthy. And the first two words to making progress is, I'm responsible.